So did y'all see that this week's Is This Petty? We're talking about money, 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 money. So Victoria, go ahead and tell us what it's about.
Yeah, we're talking about actually people who don't want to spend their money. So the Is This Petty I wrote this week was just about a situation I read where a woman was saying she dated a guy for a while and he wanted them to go Dutch on everything. And so they went Dutch on everything. But the last straw was like, they went on a ski trip and they were in the car and he was like, do you have gas money? And she was like, oh, hell no, I just paid for everything. And she dumped him after that. But she just felt like, y'all don't mess with cheap men because cheap men, being cheap is a character flaw. And basically a cheap man who's stingy with his money will also be stingy with his heart and his feelings and things of that nature. So what do you all think? Is being cheap like a sign of a character flaw? Is it a bigger issue, or is it just a cheap person needs to be with a cheap person? Like people who value money that much?
Yeah. A cheap person definitely got to be with a cheap person, because if you like to spend money, even not like recklessly, but if you're cheap, you're always like holding on to everything. Everything is an issue, with spending money. And I do feel like in some ways, being cheap is like an extension of being selfish, and so
which is a character flaw.
Which is a big character flaw. Yeah, and you can't be selfish in a relationship. I think both of you just have to be cheap and understand we just want to lay up in the house with each other all day and not spend no money.
So I'm conflicted about this one because I feel like it would have been. I think it would have been a glaring problem if he was asking her to pay for everything. But I think the fact that they're splitting everything makes it seem like he's trying to go for equal more so than like being cheap. And I think there's a difference between being like cheap and frugal. Like to me, I feel like it's good for someone to be frugal with someone who's a little bit more lavish, so you can be like, okay, yes, I know you want to go shopping, but we have to pay rent this month, so could you like turn it down? Like, and I actually think that's like, I think those are the best type of people who make things happen. But it also kind of makes me wonder, like, did she have a conversation with him, or did she agree to go Dutch on everything, and then she was like, okay, actually I don't like it. And it might have illustrated like his level of interest. Like he didn't feel like spending this money on her. But to me, I kind of like, I don't know. I just feel weird about it. It's like I can't say I disagree with it because I do feel sorry for men having to pay for everything.
I just feel like I didn't really think it was a character flaw. I just feel like it could have been more natural. We don't even have to go Dutch. Like we could pay like every other day or something, but it shouldn't be, like you said, money shouldn't be like an overarching part of our conversations and our whole relationship where everything is about that. Like at the root of everything we do,
right.
Don't spend more than $20 a day. Like, so that was my only problem. But what do you guys think? Is being cheap a sign of a big character flaw like selfishness? Or, should they, he just be with somebody who's equally as concerned about money? Is that even like a bad thing? So, let us know.